Hi guys, in today's video, we're going to discuss rational expression. Rational expression is a polynomial function that takes the form p over q, where p and q are polynomials and q is not equal to 0. Since q cannot be 0, let's ignore the numerator p and focus on the denominator q. Let's check your understanding. How much do you know? Let's take example number 1. In 3x over 2x minus 1, the value of the variable that must be excluded is a 2, b negative 2, c 1/2, or d negative 1/2. Again, let's forget about the numerator and focus on the denominator. Let's take the denominator 2x minus 1 and equate it to 0. So 2x minus 1 will become 2x minus 1 equals 0. Transfer the negative 1 to the other side of the equal sign, so it becomes 2x equals 1. From negative sign, it will become positive. Divide both sides by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So it becomes x equals 1/2. Let's check. 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. 2, and then substitute the value of x, which is 1/2, minus 1 is equal to 0. This becomes 2 over 2 minus 1 equals 0, or 0 is equal to 0. So this means we were able to make the denominator equal to 0. So this makes our polynomial meaningless. Next example. The domain of the variable x in the rational expression in number 1 is it letter A, B, C, or D? The answer is letter C. And you read it as x is an element of set R, where x is not equal to 1/2. So what we simply did was just put the value of x here, which is 1/2, the answer to number 1. Now let's proceed to number 3. Find the value of the variable that must be excluded in m squared minus 4m plus 4 over m squared plus m minus 6. Again, let's forget about the numerator and focus on the denominator. Okay, by taking the denominator, we have m squared plus m minus 6. What we'll do here is to factor out this polynomial. Factors of m squared is m times m. The factors of 6 is 3 times 2. But how do we know if we'll have a positive 3 or a positive 2? We know that 6 is negative, so 3 and 2 cannot have the same sign, because negative and negative equals positive. It means that we need to have a positive and negative number to get negative 6. But let's check our middle coefficient. It says plus m, so it means that the bigger number is positive and the smaller number is negative. This is how it looks. If we set m minus 2 times m plus 3, this becomes m minus 2 equals 0 and m plus 3 equals 0. This means further that m is equal to 2 and m is equal to negative 3. If you want to know more about algebraic expressions, I'll put a link in the description below so you can have better understanding of how to factor out polynomials and learn more about algebraic expressions. Example number 4. Give the domain of the variable m in the rational expression m squared minus 4m plus 4 over m squared plus m minus 6. So this is the same rational expression as the number 3. So from there, we have m equals 2 and m equals negative 3. So all you have to do is to write it in this way. M is an element of set R, where m is not equal to 2 and 3. Number 5. Find any value of variable p which 3x minus 24 is over 5p minus 25 is meaningless, or in other term, it means undefined. Again, forget about the numerator and focus on the denominator. Let's take the denominator 5p minus 25 and set it to 0. Next, we will have 5p equals 25. We just transfer 25 to other side of the equal sign. Divide both sides by 5, so we will eliminate the 5 and the p. So this becomes p equals 25 divided by 5 is 5. Number 6. Find the numerical value of a rational expression negative 5x plus 1 over 2x when x is equal to 2. Now, this is just a simple form of substitution. You just have to substitute the value of x to the expression. So negative 5 times 2 plus 1 over 2 times 2. It becomes negative 5 or negative 10 plus 1 over 4. That's equal to negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9 and over 4. Then we just have to simplify this fraction. 9 divided by 4 equals 2. 2 times 4 is 8. This means that the answer is negative 2 and 1/4. Number 7. Find the numerical value of a rational expression 8x squared y over negative 3x plus 2y, where x is equal to negative 1 and y is equal to 3. Again, let's just have to substitute the values of x and y. So 8, value of x is negative 1 squared times 3 over negative 3, value of x is negative 1 plus 2 times y, which is 3, is equal to negative 1 squared becomes positive 1. So that's 8 times 1 times 3. Negative 3 times negative 1 becomes positive 3. 2 times 3 is 6. This becomes 8 times 3 is 24. 3 plus 6 is 9. So if we will divide it, 24 divided by 9 equals 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 24 minus 18 equals 6. So this becomes 2 and 6 over 9. If we simplify that further, that becomes 2 and 2/3, because 6 divided by 3 is 2 and 9 divided by 3 is 3, where 3 is their greatest common factor. Let's proceed to number 8. Rename the expression negative 8y6 z5 x4 over 6y7 z3, x5 in lowest term. Again, this is just a matter of factoring. If we factor out number 8, we will have 2 times 4. y6, let's factor out z5, that's z2 times z3, and copy x4. Below, we have 6, which is 2 times 3, y6 times y1, because when we multiply y, the exponent will be added, so this becomes y6 times y1 equals y7, z3, and then x4 times x1, that becomes x5. So let's just cancel out the same numbers. 2 and 2, cancel it out, y6 and y6, so we have y1 left here, z3 and z3, so we have z2 left, x4 and x4, cancel it out, we have x1 left. So we will have the final answer of -4 z2 over 3xy. Number 9. Factor a squared plus ac minus ab minus bc over a squared minus b squared by grouping and then rename into lowest term. First, we have to group the numerator. We have to group it by getting all the similar terms. In this case, we have a squared plus ac grouped together and ab minus bc grouped together. So you will notice that we have a plus sign here because when we are multiplying positive and negative, it will be negative, so it will just be the same as this one above. And then we have to group the denominator. A squared minus b squared takes the form a times b, a minus b times a plus b. Again, if you want to know about algebraic expressions, check the link in the description so you will have a better understanding of this one. Now, we will take the common term a in a squared plus ac, put it out of the parentheses, and then it becomes a times a plus c minus, let's take out the b, so we have a plus c remaining in the parentheses. Now we have similar terms now, so we have to cancel out a minus b and then a minus b. We are left with a plus c over a plus b. That's our final answer. Now lastly, number 10, simplify r squared minus r minus 20 over r squared plus r minus 30. Again, let's group them. So if we factor out r squared, we have r and r. If we factor out 20, it says negative, so we have -5 and +4. Since r is negative, so the bigger number takes the negative sign. Below, it becomes r minus 5 times r plus 6. So what we will do now is to cancel out r minus 5, both of them. So we are left with the final answer, r plus 4 over r plus 6. Do you have questions? Please let me know in the comments so we can discuss them in the next video. Thanks for watching. and see you in the next video.